The millionaire CEO believed loneliness was the price of success. It's power, money, respect. He had everything except someone who truly needed him. 5 years ago, he walked away from love without looking back. Today, fate brought him face to face with a truth he never prepared for. In a quiet public place, when his eyes met 3 little girls holding their mother's hand, time froze. Their faces mirrored his own. Their eyes carried questions he couldn't escape. And in that moment, his perfect life began to crack. Because some secrets don't stay buried forever. They wait for the right moment to return. Ethan Cross built his life on control. Every decision he made followed logic, timing, and strategy. As the CEO of one of the fastest-growing tech companies in the city, Ethan believed emotions were distractions, useful in stories, dangerous in real life. His office overlooked the skyline, a reminder of how far discipline had taken him. At 36, he had everything people admired: luxury cars, media praise, influence, and complete independence. What he didn't have, he believed, was a family. 5 years earlier, he had ended things with Laura Mitchell. She was warm, patient, and quietly strong, everything Ethan admired but never fully embraced. When she told him she wanted stability, time, and presence, he heard limitations. I'm not ready for responsibility like that, he told her honestly. Laura didn't argue. She simply nodded, hiding the truth growing inside her. She never told him she was pregnant. Laura found out on a rainy Tuesday morning. The test confirmed what her body already knew. Fear rushed in before joy could tag. When the doctor smiled and said, "You're having triplets," Laura felt the world tilt beneath her feet. 3 heartbeats, 3 lives, 1 decision. Ethan's face appeared in her mind immediately. She imagined his reaction: shock, responsibility, obligation. He would return because he felt he had to, not because he chose to. Laura didn't want her children growing up as a duty, so she stayed silent. Pregnancy was difficult. Nights were long. Questions were endless. But when Emma, Lily, and Sophie were born, small and perfect, Laura knew she had made the right choice. She held them close and promised they would never feel unwanted. She built a quiet life for them, not wealthy, but full of love. She worked hard, chose stability over ambition, and taught her daughters kindness, honesty, and courage. They grew into 3 different personalities. Emma was thoughtful and observant. Lily was gentle and emotional. Sophie was bold and fearless. And every single one of them carried Ethan's eyes. Ethan's life moved fast. Meetings, flights, deals, occasionally. Laura crossed his mind, but only as a chapter already closed. He assumed she had moved on, maybe started a family of her own. The idea brought him peace. Until one ordinary afternoon destroyed that illusion. Ethan had stopped by a high-end cafe near his office, reviewing notes on his phone, when laughter caught his attention. Soft, high-pitched laughter. He looked up. Across the room stood Laura. For a second, he thought his mind was playing tricks on him, then he saw them. 3 little girls stood beside her, holding her hands. Identical faces. Identical eyes. His eyes. The world narrowed to that single moment. Laura saw him too. Her breath caught, but she didn't turn away. Ethan walked toward them slowly, his heart pounding. "Laura," he whispered. She nodded. Before he could ask anything, one of the girls tilted her head and said, "Mom, why does he look like us?" Silence swallowed the room. Laura took a deep breath. "Girls," she said gently, "this is Ethan." Ethan's voice trembled. "How old are they? 5? The number hit him harder than any loss he'd ever faced. "They're mine," he said, barely audible. "Yes," Laura replied. "They are." Ethan dropped to his knees, overwhelmed. "I'm Ethan," he said softly, looking at the girls. "I'm Sophie," the bold one said instantly. "I'm Lily," whispered the gentle one. Emma stayed quiet, watching him closely. Something inside Ethan's shattered and rebuilt itself at the same time. The days that followed were filled with conversations that should have happened years earlier. Laura told him everything: the fear, the loneliness, the strength it took to raise 3 children alone. She didn't accuse him. She didn't blame him. That hurt more than anger ever could. "I didn't want you to come back out of obligation," she said. "I wanted choice." Ethan nodded. "I would have chosen them," he said quietly. "Maybe," Laura replied, "but I had to be sure." Ethan didn't demand forgiveness. He didn't ask for instant access to their lives. He earned it. He started small. Meetings at parks, ice cream trips, school pickups. Sophie ran to him without hesitation. Lily warmed up slowly. Emma stayed cautious. One day, Emma finally asked, "Are you going to disappear like other adults?" Ethan knelt in front of her. "I can't change the past," he said, "but I can stay now." It wasn't a promise. It was honesty. Weeks turned into months. Ethan changed his schedule, turned down deals, missed meetings. For the first time, success meant being present. Laura watched quietly. When Ethan made mistakes, he apologized. When he overstepped, he listened. When the girls needed space, he respected it. Trust grew not from words, but from consistency. One evening, Laura invited Ethan into their home for dinner. It was simple, warm, filled with drawings on the walls and laughter in the air. Ethan looked around and realized something painful. This life had existed without him. "I don't want to replace anything," he said softly. "I just want to belong." Laura nodded. "Then stay," she said. "That's all they need." Years ago, Ethan believed success required sacrifice. He was wrong. True success required responsibility, humility, and courage. The man who once feared commitment now understood something deeper. Family wasn't about perfection. It was about showing up again and again. And this time, he wasn't walking away. If this story touched your heart, remember, life doesn't end with mistakes. It begins with accountability. Sometimes the greatest success isn't money or power, but choosing to stay when it's easier to leave. If you believe in second chances, hidden truths, and the power of family, like this video and share it with someone who needs hope today. Subscribe to our channel for more emotional, life-changing stories that remind us what truly matters. Support helps these stories reach hearts that need them most.